All right, everyone. I'm Binelli. I'm the mission commander for Operation Hot Potato. Yes, that is the mission name. And no, I don't care. The situation as we see it, uh, Red forces have been pushed back from Sukumi Airfield due to previous missions by Blue Side forces. The upper brass has determined that any of our our forces must take over the retreating forces at Sukumi. We're going to expedite their retreat. Um, and we also want to push any of our influence north. They also want us to prepare Gudada and Sochi airfields in preparation for future operations. So we'll get to that in a minute. Our intel. Our area of operation is essentially the coastline between Sochi and Sukumi. You can expect a lot of red air cover. That is what we have a shit ton of F-16s for, apparently. As far as resistance goes, Sukumi is going to have relatively light resistance compared to other areas. They are in the process of retreating, so they're going to not have as many high-value forces in the area at the time. So you will see some minimal air defense, and we also have some infantry on the ground that's going to be attempting to retreat. Gudada and Sochi, they do not expect us to push that far. However, we are going to force the issue. So you can expect heavy SAM cover and heavy anti-air cover from both sites. There are large SAM defenses and smaller SAM defenses in the area, so please be aware of those. Our main objective is to remove any large SAM threats in the area. Those are mostly going to be at Gudada Airfield and Sochi, and anywhere in between. Intel does not state that there will be a lot of SAM sites near Sukumi. They have already pulled those out in preparation for their retreat. However, you could still potentially expect some sort of smaller SAM air cover at all three airfields, in addition to larger SAMs. And then obviously we're going to remove any and all threats to allow some of our own troops to be deployed on the ground at Sukumi Airfield. Secondary objectives. We want to render Gudada Airfield completely unusable by Red aircraft for any future operations that we may have. And we also want to remove any threats that are at Gudada in preparation for, again, future operations. Could be SAM sites, could be any sort of emplacements, things like that you might find. There are also some retreating troops that will be leaving Sukumi and moving to Gudada. If anyone happens to see any troops that look like they're leaving, then that is also our mission to take them out. As a very low priority, we have been approved to remove any SAM threats at Sochi Airfield. Again, still in prepping for any future operation that may happen. However, that is not the main objective. It is to remove anything at Sukumi and then press forward to Gudada. But if the opportunity is present and we have the ability to do so, we can take out any air threats, airfield threats at Sochi, or SAM sites at Sochi. So, our mission timeline for today. This is all in-game time, not actual current time. Mission start's going to be 06:30 in the morning. It's going to be dark at the beginning, but it should, now this time, get lighter as we go through. Ciad and Cap, your wheels up at 0700. You can go before if you are ready for it, but we want you wheels up by 0700. Ground and Cass. So ground strikes and Cass, we will have you wheels up by 0715 to allow Ciad and Cap to get in the air and begin their operations for themselves. Ciad and Cap, you're going to marshal waypoint 1 around the same time that Ground and Cass are getting in the air. And then once you are marshal, you will push. Once ever SEAD and cap is ready to go, you guys will push at 0720. I just realized that I forgot to add that ground and CAS will marshal in here as well, so that's my fault. We will be doing that around 0720 as well. So right after they push, CAS and ground will be marshaling right behind them briefly. And then shortly there later, ground and CAS will begin your push at 0730. Or as we get notice of starting to get some all clear by SEAD and CAP. Mission ends one way or the other at 1000. Or upon completion of any and all primary and secondary objectives. So that's mission end. So tasking. This is what everybody will be doing. We have SEAD for both Uzi flights and Colt if we have enough F-15s. Otherwise, I'd like the F-15s to prioritize ground striking. If they're able to. If not, we'll have the 16s do SEAD themselves. Cap flights. We're going to have F-16s. We have an F-15 and a J-11. You guys are going to be running cap. Just taking out any and all air cover that you can find. CAS. I don't think I need to explain that the A-10s are doing CAS because that's literally all we can do. So that's essentially that's why I didn't put it back there. Troop insertion. Troop insertion is going to be done by Huey, so Pontiac and Enfield flights. That's your goal, is to get troops on the ground at Sukhumi. Waypoints, these are here for your marshal and the 3 air bases and an egress point outside the AO. For those that are doing cap, you have been given the AO as waypoints in there. You should be able to kind of tell where the box is. It will also appear on your F10 map if you're unsure. I think I said it. Anyway. Frequencies tack in. There are going to be 2 tankers, Shell 1 and Shell 2, and I just remember I forgot to change this. Shell 1 and Shell 2, one is at 20,000 feet, one is at 25. Shell 3-1 on here should be Texaco 1-1, because I forgot to change it. That one is set to 12,000 feet, so please leave that for the A-10s, because otherwise we will never get fuel at 20,000 feet or above, especially fully loaded. And then Kutasi, Kovaleti, I guess I needed to change that to Sanaki, but that was a last minute thing, my bad. And also the fart frequency's wrong. Oh, I forgot to change those. I can give those to you if you are in desperate need of those. Mission frequencies. Overall mission frequency is going to be 251. I, as the mission commander, will be watching that frequency the entire time and relaying instruction as we go through. SEAD, cap, obviously everybody here, you're going to have your own frequency depending on what your job title or what your job is. So SEAD, you're on 252. Cap, you're on 253. Ground strikes, you're on 254. And any CAS is on 35.
We'll do an in-sequence departure, 6-second interval. For departure, we'll do a in-sequence departure, separation of 6 seconds between takeoffs.
2.
Cadet Tower, Uzi 1, flight, 3 Vipers ready for takeoff.
Uzi, contest ground, roger. Departure clearance as follows. Fly runway heading for 10 miles up to 60,000. After that, speed and altitude at your discretion. You are cleared to take off.
Runway heading 10 miles up to 16,000. Clear for takeoff, Uzi 1.
Uzi 1-2, you're cleared to line up and wait on final feedback.
Scour Uzi flight will be departing in.
Roger. Full flight is clear for that.
This is Tower, Triple 1, flight 3 F-16s, possible pretty for taxis on a short point from which is a full correction from which
Chevy 1-1, Roger. Taxi via November Delta, hold short, runway 25.
Taxi via November Delta to holding short point from 25, thank you.
Gonna maintain 350 knots, 10 degrees climb up to departure.
2's rolling.
Mission to CPN and Cap Forces, you are cleared to push to the active AO zone and begin operations.
Let's push activate.
Better push it. Copy, Cap push. Chevy 1, Uzi 1, push. UHF 2. Alright, leads out on 315, let's split and fence it. Baron push right, and Dodger push right. Dodger stay center, Baron push right, lead will take.
Two.
Once. 2 push, waypoint 2 Sakumi, and execute SA-15s. 3 push waypoint 3, and launch on the SA-6 in between 2 and 2.
Dodger, mission, Tusk flight. Once intercepted waypoint 1, moving to waypoint 2, Sakumi. Uzi 1-2. Mission, Hueys are loaded and ready to head into AO upon getting cleared to head into Sakumi. 2.
This is Uzi 1-2, say again.
push direct waypoint 2 and knock out those.
Python 1-1 push.
Pontiac and forward flights mission. It's going to be ETA about 20 minutes before we'd make it there, unless we do a quick flight. If you feel you could continue on into BAO and begin probing out. Again, seeing what's there.
Who's the 1-2 pushing waypoint 2?
Tower Road, pushing 1-3, ready to execute. Advise, capacity tower is down, aircraft or airport is operating down.
Hog and Tusk flights, you are cleared to expedite to waypoint 2 for immediate operation.
Fly 308 for 55 miles with.
Are we allowed to reslot?
Yes, you are allowed to reslot.
Okay.
Dodger, yep, behind us.
That's your thrust leg, C-13, 1-1 by 25.
Tonight's traffic, Uzi 1-1 inbound.
.127.0.
Correct. Tonight's traffic, Uzi 1-1 cleared.
That's traffic, Python 1-1 taxiing for 25.
Mission, Tusk flight, do we have JTAC on Takumi?
Tusk flight mission, there's no JTAC present anywhere.
Understood. Mission, Tusk 1-1, in hot from the south on Takumi with 1 times Maverick.
Uzi 1-2 Magnum on SA-15.
Mission, we have a comms issue in Discord. Can you please drop Ricksters into our channel with the other humans? We are in U.S. Army Aviation. Z-13 Mac.
Python 1-1, landing for departure, runway 25, capacity check.
Dodger, good shack on 3
Tuscan Hog Flight's mission, prioritize enemy armor and any SA sites, lead infantry and light armor to due east.
Tusk 1-1, rifle, Sukumi. Egressing west, egressing west.
Kotasi, single 810, taxiing to runway 25.
Dusty Southwest, single ship, F-16, taxi to runway 25.
Pontiac and Enfield, this is mission. You are clear to begin travel to Sukumi Airfield.
Roger. Dodger and Baron, if you guys have more harms left, start pushing north to waypoint 3.
Single ship, F-16, second runway 25, London, Roger.
Uzi 1-2 pushing to waypoint 3.
Mission, Enfield flights, gunships are headed in. We're waiting until they get about a mile or two out, and then we are going to be following with the troops.
Mission copies, coordinate with Tusk Flight on the airfield space around, if it's clear enough.
Copy.
Tusk and Hog flights. Tusk and Hog flights, be advised. Surface air sites at Sukumi have been neutralized. Gudada is still active. Await SEED intervention prior to pushing.
Roger.
Kotasi, single 810, holding short runway 25, request clearance for takeoff.
Kataisi is Unicom frequency now. Just call.
Roger, single. Single A10, taking runway 25 to Tyson.
Tusk 1-1, rifle, flag, Sakumi.
Python 1-1, Fort Street.
1-3.
Tusk, or sorry, Hog Flight, this is Tusk. Advise, Udana is still hot with medium and long range SAMs.
Hog Flight acknowledges we are going to hold south of Udana and we'll await CN. Tasking.
Roger. Watching out for you back, Hog.
Uzi 1-2 Magnum on SA6.
Python 1-1, splash.
Kudasi traffic, Python 1-3, entering overhead break for bumpway 17. Correction, runway 7.
Uzi 1-2, be prepared for a fight. There's a few air-to-air contacts that. Protect our slow movers at all.
Kutazi traffic, Chevy flight holding short, runway 25.
Hog 1-1, Uzi 1-1, recommend flow south. There are multiple air contacts moving south on your. Hog 1-1, Uzi 1-1, recommend flow south. Multiple air-to-air contacts moving south on your.
Hog Flight acknowledges turning south.
Kudasi traffic, Python 1-3, downwind for runway 7.
Hog flight. This is Python 1-4 coming in for air support.
Hog 1-1 acknowledged.
Uzi 1-2 Shack, enemy in SA6.
Dodger, if you can hear me, turn north and engage air contacts. Even if you don't have the fuel for it.
Bearing 180, Angels 8, 220, indicated air.
Uzi 1-2 copies.
Kudasi traffic, Python 1-3 on final.
Uzi 1 Shack, Tor Shack, SA2 track radar. Uzi 1, Fox 3, Bandit.
Kutazi traffic, Python 1-1, inbound for runway 07 from the.
Uzi 1, let's bike SA10.
Uzi 1-2 Fox 3 MiG-29.
Cap flights, mission, be advised, looks like possible MiG-29s coming from bearing 300.
Copy.
Thousand traffic, Python 1, taking runway 25.
Traffic, Springfield 1-1.
Good, that's the traffic. Python 1-1, short final, or runway 07.
Taxi traffic. Python 1-4, 20 miles out. Inbound for runway 25.
This is Utah Tower, Python 1-1, we have you, clear for landing.
Copy, Python 1-1, clear for landing 07.
Good taxi tower.
Utah Tower, go ahead.
Can you clarify the landing runway since we got all?
Be advised, all flights landing runway is 07.
Active runway 07.
Good taxi tower. Uzi 1-1. 10 mile initial runway 07.
Oh, I got a J11 on my nose and my AIM-9 don't have IFS, buddy.
Yikes.
I should say my AIM-10 doesn't IFS.
Taxi tower, J11 north of the field at metric 1800, should be around 3,000 feet, inbound for full stop 07.
Taxi Tower, read you full stop 07.
Mission, all Hueys have exited the AO.
Mission copies. You are cleared to return to FARP for refuel and landing.
Copy.
If 1-1, good, that's the tower, clear that.
Python 1-4 turning base.
Taxi tower. Uzi 1-1 in the break. Right hand downwind.
Python 1-1, good, that's the tower, request a taxi for stand 49er.
microphone, go ahead and taxi to spot 4.
Uzi 1-3, Uzi 1-2, be advised, I'm settled on your right wing.
Uzi 1-2, copy.
Taxi Tower, Uzi 1-1, right base for final, full stop.
Taxi Tower, Python 1-4, final.
Uzi 1-3, Uzi 1-2, descending to north south.
Mission, Tuck 1-1, taxi 10, 15 miles northwestern taxi, or straight in on runway 07.
Touchdown Tower on 1-1, read you straight in on 05. You were cleared.
God, I hate the sun. Can't see anything.
Okay, Takeoff Tower is on a holding pattern, so I'm able to properly use air traffic control. Field 1-1, I believe you are on final, getting land on 07.
Roger. Clear to land 07.
Field 1-1 advise you, you're going to have to stop short. There is an aircraft at the very end of the runway. Never mind, not a problem.
Tower 9-1, J11-0.
Right.
Taxi Tower, show Uzi 1-1.
Say again, aircraft stop.
Tower, Uzi 1-1, show me clear of the act.
I'm pissed.
Roger this time. Uzi flight, would you like to do a sequential landing or an async? What do you want? What do you think? Well, Takeoff Tower, let's go sequential. Start. Got it. Plus 1 for time and maintain 8,000. Plus 1 for copies. Uzi 1-2, fly heading 080 for the approach to capacity 07.
Taxi, Tusk 1-4, Angels 8.
Uzi 1-2, entering the pattern.
Alright, Nate.
Chevy 1-1's clear the runway.
Chevy 11, taxi via Charlie November, left to the parking area. Creamy.
Charlie November to the parking area.
Enfield 11. Enfield 11, go around. Hey, can we check Creamy mission command?
Joker, do not do aerobatics around the field while landing.
That's not Joker, that's Creamy.
Yeah, that's Creamy. It's a J11, but it's some random guy. Just a EWA there, man. I don't know. Uzi 1-2, how copy?
Uzi 1-2 is in the pattern for the upwind.
Chevy 1-2, clear of 1 runner.
Dodge, are you gonna land at Sanaki?
152, go ahead and turn 150 for VFR approach to runway 07.
Tusk 52050.
Hog 1, I'm going to have you enter a right-hand orbit in a second here. Then I'll have Tusk enter the downwind and I'll let you enter up. That sound good? I'll assume that sounds great. Hog 1, go ahead and enter a right-hand orbit. Tusk 1-2, go ahead and turn 075 for left for a downwind into runway 07.
Cortese, was that meant for Tusk 1-4?
Negative, Tusk 1-2. Hog 1-1, how copy? Tragic, how copy? Uzi 1-3, how copy?
Uzi 1-3, go ahead.
Uzi 1-3, go ahead and fly heading 140 on the transentry approach. Do you have contact with Uzi 1-2?
Uzi 1-2 is on final.
Uzi 1-2 is on final first.
Roger.
Cortese Tower, Tusk 2, what is the pattern direction?
Tusk 2, you were cleared for a downwind, but we're not doing that. Would you like me to get you in for another approach with Hog 1?
Tusk 1-2, pattern altitude 2,000 feet, right.
Uzi 1-3, turn 070 for VFR approach to Katasi runway 07.
070, Uzi 1-3.
Tusk 1-2 descending to 2,000.
Uzi 1-2 is clear of the runway.
Roger, Tusk 1-2, did you hear my last? What are your intentions?
Get me in for another approach.
Tusk 1-2, turn left, heading 330. Hog 1, how copy?
Alright, I'm calling mission end. Everybody D-slot. We need to get moving on here. We're already over time.
Everyone commit die.
Yeah, go. I'm gonna get to the ground the fast way.
Roger. Jacked upside down. No parachute. Everyone go ahead and enter the Weapons Academy briefing, I think it was. You'll see everyone there if I'm right, so that we can do that. Uzi 1-3, if you want to still try to this landing, go ahead and fly 07.